I'm Dr. Michael Rodriguez, and I'm based in the Philippines. I've been with Nexford for more than 5 years. Well, they would be shocked to know that I sing. Well, not professionally, but I actually sing in some events like weddings, birthdays, and of course, doing karaoke for 4 hours straight. And as Filipino, like we do karaoke as a normal part of our day. So, yeah, maybe they would be surprised knowing that singing is my, hobby, my pastime. Usually take coffee in the morning and tea at night. I love the Barako coffee. That is the local coffee that we have here in our province, and it's really strong. And for tea at night, before going to bed, I love hibiscus and wild berry. In my recent experiences, I think that's I Look to You by Whitney Houston, just because, only because, well, that's my prayer. And then, the message is just so touching. And it always reminds me to be fully present in everything that we do. I'm actually not really from this city. I just moved here, I think 13 years ago. And one of the fun facts that we have, it's actually called Little Rome of the Philippines, only because we have too many churches here in our location. Italy being known as, lots of churches, Catholic faith and belief, and our city has a lot of churches as well. So we call that Little Rome of the Philippines. It's not really teaching, but I have been dreaming to do podcasts just to share my experiences about being an independent person. If I could teach the young generations now on how to establish yourself from scratch, to be independent, and at the same time to be an achiever in your own way. Well, it was a funny story that there was a volcanic eruption when I joined the university. So the first one was I applied in the university January 2020, and there was a volcanic eruption. Our city was heavily impacted by the eruption, so I had to cancel my application and do a rain check for that. And when COVID came, March 2020, so it actually made me decide to join the university. Number one, it was really a shift from the traditional learning environment. I have been teaching for quite a while before I joined the university, and I thought that it's really a pivotal move for me to, or a leap for me to like transition from a traditional learning environment to an online environment. Number one is I get to talk to a lot of people all over the world. I am doing a lot of consultancy work in the past within the Philippines, of course, with small businesses. And I think this is really a great platform for me to also reach out to people from different parts of the world, share my ideologies, the wisdom that I could impart to them. And Nexford has been really instrumental for me. I was given different opportunity to present in various organizations in Nigeria, in Africa. Apart from the innovative environment, I think Nexford fosters an environment wherein everyone is welcome to share their thoughts. There is really no hesitation to be outspoken with everything that you would like to share, be it about academic, your career plans, or maybe your personal experiences. And I really love when I am receiving messages from learners, just checking up on me or just saying thank you and how I have impacted them positively. And receiving messages would definitely keep you more motivated to do these things. I think the type of student that would thrive in Nexford is to have an open mind. This is not the traditional learning environment. As we go to an online learning environment wherein you would be able to speak with people virtually, but at the same time, it's a virtual environment, but you really have to establish a good relationship. So a student who is really motivated to thrive in this different type of environment, and of course someone who has a very good time management, because in my experience, most of the learners are already working, even in our BBA program. Juggling work and your educational commitment would be, somewhat challenging with other people. And when you have this time management, you have this commitment, I think you would be successful in this university. Nexford University prepares the students to the real world by making sure that all competencies are developed. It's now the demand for the workforce that every one of us should be exposed to the actual skills, and that through our competency-based learning, I think we are able to impart to learners that it's just more than the theories that we see in our books, in different references. It's just immersing ourselves to the actual practice. I actually received this comment when I was chosen the Employee of the Month for September 25. The learner sent this feedback to, I think this was sent to our course survey, saying that I would like to thank the professor for a very comprehensive module content, and I got the courage to establish my own business because of the business capstone that Dr. Rodriguez taught. And I was extremely proud of that. I never thought that I would be impacting that person so much. In fact, I didn't know who the learner was, but I was just extremely proud and extremely happy that I was able to, to impact that learner to open his own business. The trend now in the educational landscape. So we have to ensure that we integrate, technology, mentioning AI and different business intelligence. And through the help of our highly experienced teams and faculty and curriculum committee, we are able to align the outcomes to the courses inside the curriculum, be it in our MBA or in digital transformation or even in entrepreneurship. The topic that is highly relevant now, the topic that people should care about would be the business capstone, because this is really the culmination, especially on the MBA degree. And with the capstone, it would really help you to think the value proposition of your business. You get to think of how you are able to position your business in the market, and at the same time how you are able to ensure that your niche, or you are able to enter your market niche. And since I have been teaching business capstone for I think more than 5 years, I have seen that this is really the final course that our learners are taking, wherein they are extremely inspired to open their own business. And I could see that some of them are also using their own startup company to be used in their assignments and other assessments. One of the skills that would always be in demand across industries would be teamwork, because if we are able to work with different types of people all over the world in our workplace, we are being more successful because we are much open to different cultures, different beliefs or practices. Another one I think is the essential skills. I don't like to call that soft skill, but I'd rather call that essential skill, and that is communication. I have been teaching communication classes as well, or business communication, and I think it's not just about being able to speak an English language fluently, but at the same time, how we are able to adjust the level of communication to the people that we are working with or the people that we are talking to. Night owl. I think that's Wednesday. I think that's an orange heart. Leading discussions. Tricked. One advice that I could share to a student who is doubting his or herself is to always think of what motivates you. We have different motivation, and I think motivation is really intrinsic, and you have to find that reason why you are doing things. It's not just about doing your assignments or doing your modules, but in everything that we do, you always have to find your reasons why you are doing things. Well, as a teacher, I think success would look like if you're able to achieve your goals, even just your micro goals. And it's also a success for me if you see that the people that you have mentored are also successful, or they are able to reach whatever they are dreaming or whatever they aspire to be. And I think that's really a success for me.